Okay, this is like the third time I filmed this. I feel like I have a 2-week break from YouTube and then suddenly I just don't even know how to speak anymore. Hi everyone! Today I'm doing a really requested video and it is, well, you're gonna know what it is, but I get so many questions on Instagram and my like poll question things asking how I fake tan and what I use. Especially since I've got a skin condition, a lot of you are like just curious on how I do it and what I do and how I get it to look good. So yeah, I thought I'd kind of run through my steps from start to finish. I hope you enjoy the video. I've planned a few videos this week. I'm not sure how quickly I'll get them done, but I'm gonna do like a makeup-y kind of thing, tutorial. I don't know, I don't want to say it's a tutorial because I'm not very good at makeup. I just kind of go with the flow and do what suits me. But I do get a lot of questions about my makeup as well, so I think I'll probably do a makeup thing soon, so remember to subscribe if you want to catch that video. My armpit is so white. My armpit is like one of the areas where I just have no patch, so it's just like super white. What the hell? Is that what colour I am? I don't know. Okay, so fake tanning for me is like, oh, it's like my holy grail. I just hate being pale because with my skin condition, because obviously I have darker patches. When I'm pale, there's like a bigger contrast between the pale part and the tan part, if you know what I mean. Because the tan part always stays kind of tanned. It's just the rest of my skin goes pale, so I just love fake tanning because it kind of smooths it out for me a bit. And I do love having my patches, but I just like them to look a bit smoothly blended, if you know what I mean. But yes, so let's get into the video. Just in case anyone's wondering, this video is not sponsored at all, so yeah. I do use a couple of the same products from the same like company, but that's just because that's what I go and grab from Boots because it's the easiest kind of mid-price ranged thing. So yeah. So the first thing that I always do is have a shower before I put fake tan on. Especially since I go to the gym a lot, I think you gotta have like a clean base, you know? And I'll show you what I use when I do have a shower. These cupboards are magical, guys. So like, it doesn't really like come off the wall much, but then when you open them, there's so much space. One of the first things I do before my shower is I use a tan eraser. I just got this Bondi Sands one because it was in Boots and I think it was the only one I could see in Boots. It tells you to put it on and then leave it on for 5 minutes and then wash it off. So another thing you're going to need is, mine's a bit wet because I just used it, but like an exfoliating glove. I just get like a cheap one. I feel like it does the job. You're also going to need like a bar of soap or, I don't know, like a shower gel. I prefer bars of soap. No one agrees with me though. Everyone prefers shower gel. If you prefer soap, can you just let me know in the comments? I just love having like a solid bar to like, so I have loads of like suds, like soapy suds. Yeah, a bar of soap or a shower gel. And then obviously a razor. I think a razor makes such a difference. When I was younger, I used to use disposable ones and they were just so bad. I always got like a rash from them. I've tried men's razors, but I just prefer women's razors that have like the soapy suds either side. I always get the, I don't know what they're called, but these ones that have the like, oh, Venus. I usually go for like 4 blades, 5 blades. When I'm shaving, I always just put like a layer of soap on me and then like smoothly glide the razor across. So when I get out of the shower, I always moisturize. Sometimes I'll moisturize while I'm still like kind of wet. I feel like it just stops you getting dry. But yeah, I moisturize probably every day, every time I get out of the shower, unless I forget. But I always try and go for the dry skin companies like Aveeno, E45. What else is there? Like Nivea. I think this was like £3, £5, I'm not sure. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, sometimes I find if I've shaved and exfoliated, sometimes my legs get like a bit itchy. So That sounds gross. If you run like loads of cold water onto your legs after and it kind of cools them down, it stops them getting like itchy and red and whatever. And then, to be honest, after I've showered, I always leave it until my skin is like cooled down. So I'll go and do some work for a bit and kind of wait for my skin to not be hot. If your pores are open, then things are more likely to go into them. And I'm very susceptible to getting kind of like dots on my lower legs, which is really annoying. But this is kind of what I do to try and prevent it, and then sometimes it works. And yes, have a break, have a cuppa, have some lunch. I want a cuppa actually. I'm just doing some work while I wait. I'm basically just working on my second workout guide, which is releasing soon, which I'm excited about. That's me. Before, after. Okay, so I've had my cup of tea and my rest, and I had the aircon on for a bit, so my skin's quite cold now. Now I'm gonna run you through my fake tanning. So yeah. I've tried Saint-Tropez as well, but I find that a bit stickier and it doesn't dry as well. Whereas this dries super, super quick compared to like the mousse, because I think it's a foam. Yeah, it's a foam. And yeah, I just find it dries really, really quick, and it has more of like a green base than the mousses. And obviously I always use a mitt. I like the double-sided ones because, I don't know, I feel like they rip less. You see how it comes out like kind of like a foam rather than a mousse, and it expands. It's so cool. Lather it on, really. I'd say like 2 to 3 squirts for an arm, and maybe 4 or 5 squirts on my leg. So my tummy is basically like one big patch, so it stays pretty brown compared to the rest of me. So I don't usually fake tan my tummy, which is really weird, but it works for me. So yeah, I just kind of leave it. The same with my back. So my back is also like a big brown patch, so I don't usually fake tan my back unless it's looking like a bit pale. So yeah. Okay, so while I've got fake tan on, I always put this little silky robe on, and yeah, this basically is so good for stopping your tan smudging on anything or rubbing off. Okay, it has been half an hour and it's pretty soaked in now, so I'm gonna put another layer on, basically the same as just what I did. For my hands, I use like a lighter fake tan, and this one's a mousse. And I basically squirt a little bit into the lid and get like a little brush and kind of like swirl it around. And then I literally just brush it over my hands. Make sure you get like in the cracks as well. This is such like a hack, honestly, because fake tan goes horrible on hands sometimes. And I think it's quite important that you get quite a light tan for your hands and your feet, because obviously you don't want them to be like super orange or super brown or whatever. And I feel like this just gives it kind of like a seamless look from your tanned arm to your hand, and it makes it look a lot more natural. I don't usually like putting mousse on my face unless it's like an emergency and it's really pale and I need to go out, but usually I use like a facial gradual tanner, and I just apply this every couple of days or every day for like a few days or something, depending on if I'm going out or like what I'm doing. or if I just look pale. So yeah, I just use a gradual tanner on my face, and I use one that is like specifically for your face, so it's better for not clogging your pores as like a body tan would. So I literally put that on after like I've either had a shower in the morning, before makeup basically, and it just helps keep your face have like a natural glow. And I just love that because I hate having a pale face. I feel like, oh, I'm out of breath here. I feel like it just helps me just look a bit more healthy. Always avoid my armpits, by the way. Tan goes horrible in armpits. I feel like it's just the sweaty thing. I know it's a 1 hour express, but I find that if you leave it on for like 4 hours or so, it develops quite a good tan. So yeah, I will come back and show you my tan in 4 hours. This is about 4 hours later. So that kind of shows you how the tan kind of progresses. I haven't washed it off, but another tip, to get like a darker kind of tan, like a glowy dark tan, I use this for like every day after I've fake tanned. So obviously when I shower this off, I'll put some of this on. It's just like a Dove one. I think it was like £3. It does go patchy after like a week or two, probably like 2 weeks. It starts to go patchy, and that's just when I like scrub it all off again and do it all again. But this is really good for like getting kind of a like glow and like a darker tan, so I definitely recommend putting this on. And if you're not going to put this on, I recommend moisturizing every day. Only moisturize, because otherwise I find that your tan cracks more, if you know what I mean. Another tip is, don't get a tan too dark. I find that the ultra dark, which is like the darkest one, it goes so like scaly on me, like it kind of cracks and looks like I look like a snake. It's so weird, but I did Google it and it was something to do with, I think it's DHA, I'm not sure, like the tanning ingredient. If you've got too much of that in the fake tan for your skin tone, it just kind of like overloads your skin and your skin doesn't absorb it correctly. So that's another thing, don't get a tan too dark for you. I know it's tempting because everyone wants like a really dark tan, but honestly sometimes the medium ones can look better than the ultra darks because they just come out way better. But yeah, I think that's it now for this video. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you liked the video. I cannot wait to take my makeup off. I'm such like a no makeup type of girl. If you don't follow me, remember to follow me on Instagram. I post so much more on there. I have like so much fitness content and like fashiony, lifestyle-y content. So yeah, go check me out on there too. If your tan does go well after this video, leave a comment below.